Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is a scene for Living World of Darkness World Venue. Today is a very interesting day. Today is a day where the Scepter to Green defends its honor. The Gru assembled will defend their home from outside intruders that wish to not only claim the one known as Ophelia, but claim the lifeblood of the Sept, claim it for themselves. And the Gru present have decided against that. They have decided to fight against the storm. As the scene pans over, you will see the Wormfoe giving a speech. There are lots of Black Furies, yet of Fenris, packs made that are assembled on the spot, packs that are here for a common goal. You see loved ones giving their last farewells. You see a few assembled families looking on as the warriors, the soldiers go off to do battle. As this battle takes place in the Umbrascape, you will already notice that it is hell. You are quickly separated from your packmates. As the course of the battle, the terrain is shifted again. You see a giant aspect of Falcon in the air, and you see quite a few Silverfang that are leading the banner. They are coming towards you. Aaron, as you go and you charge into battle in Krynos, you are greeted by a particularly noble-looking Silverfang who essentially starts reciting his lineage and why he's better than you. You hear him talk and talk and talk, and it seems that the blood and the sweat and the actions that are currently happening has gotten to you. Feeling the rage boil up inside you, you swing out with your claw and you take out a section of his throat. He immediately shifts and then the battle is commencing. It is hell. You don't consider yourself a combat ready person. You feel that you are being tested, and every moment as he is meeting you blow for blow. But apparently the anger has gotten to him. He feels weighed down. His movements are sloppy, and after a few seconds of the engagement, you're able to pick up on him. He's telegraphing. And you quickly turn the tide. Tell me, what else does Eric do? Aaron do, excuse me.
Well, as the Silverfang is spouting his lineage and Aaron decides to jump in and stop all that nonsense, he's literally going to tell him, I ain't got time for your shit. And then after that, you know, he's just going to focus on killing this asshole as quickly as possible.
How do you do it? What happened since you win this fight? How do you do it?
Sweep him and then curb stomp him with the heaviest fucking foot that he has ever felt. Hit him in the skull.
Okay. As your foot connects with him, with his knee, he loses balance. And you come down with a sickening crunch. And he is dead. He is not moving. Out in the distance, Deshi, you're in combat with someone. And you feel like you're winning. But You feel the anguish of someone that just died, and you feel your opponent get stronger. He's fighting harder. He's fighting fiercer. You have the upper hand, but now you don't. You feel the tide and the temperament of the battle switch and change as you're currently locked with a particular female guru. Deshi,
Yes.
describe for the audience how you are taking this. What are you doing? How are you fighting? What's your style like? Describe it for me. Tell a story.
This is the battle that I withdrew from.
Yes, you are currently with someone.
He is. I mean, it really isn't describe. He's just really trading blows for blows with this. I'm guessing Silverfang or Ged.
Mm-hmm.
And with all the rage flowing, he can't concentrate. So that's why he's not thinking clearly.
Okay. As the blows are currently trading, your punches connect, and it's literally just, you can hear almost thunder crack in the Umbra as your blows are literally connecting, and you're giving it your all. But she's just a little faster, a little quicker. And with that, a claw connects over your face, and you see stars. You've never been hit that hard. Ping. As you see this fight, this battle commencing, you feel the urge to reach out for him. And as soon as you see the battle happening, and you see Deshi go down, and your first reaction is to go to him, but then you catch the eye of that one child of Gaia, Galliard, who's on the field with you, and he kind of sees what's happening, and he rushes out to meet the confrontation. As she looks like she's going down to deliver the killing blow, they immediately connect, and then it's another fight. Deshi, this is your moment to fall back, should you choose to.
I think he already did, didn't he?
Yeah, we're describing it right now. So at this point, Deshi falls back. As this is happening, Raiko, you are currently in your fight, and there's a stillness. There is a crescendo that's building around you two as your breath is immediately given. As this is happening, you're in your duel, and you are quickly overpowering this person. It's not a contest. It seems that each blow that you deliver is so quick, so lightning fast, that it's literally taking this person by surprise. The Silverfang, maybe they weren't prepared for this type of battle, maybe they weren't prepared for this type of confrontation. But with that, another swing, and that Silverfang is decapitated. And seeing their brother fall like that, two Silverfang go to greet you. Mob mentality, as one kind of blindsides you, and the other one kind of connects on that blind side, and you get tossed around like a ping pong ball, taking a fair bit of damage. Feeling the vertebrae of your back disconnect, and the muscle and sinew just kind of get tossed about the battlefield. but somehow you're still ticking. Raiko, what's going through her mind right now?
Um, at the point of entering battle, when she was more or less just casually fighting this Silverfang,
Mhm.
sort of using, not even drawing the blade out at first, just using the crossguard as a means of deflection.
Mhm.
She kind of just realizes that weaving in and out of him, he's just not matched for her, so rather than draw it out, rather than approach him in a direct contest, she just opts to end it. As she gets blindsided, thoughts race through her head, anger, rage, the sort of thing that a blood moon um, of the children of Chimera sort of are expected to embrace in times like these. The anger of Cletus and the way he went out, the anger that she's had with the contention between her and her setmates as of late, they're all kind of coming to a head, and they start to cloud her vision. She starts to lose that state of calm, and even though she might have the skill to handle Silverfangs that are attacking her, she's more or less become somewhat unbalanced, but doing her best to keep up a fight.
As this fight continues, you kind of see an opening in their confusion and the way they are attacking you. It's starting to click that maybe both of them have just entered a thrall and they're not actually in control of their actions. Something has triggered it. And you use that to your advantage. And you have gained the upper hand. How does she end it?
At the point where she's sort of up against the wall, she's drawn out the scabbard and the blade, one in each hand, and she's sort of deflecting one off of the other. Sort of using the blade to actually come at the more skilled Silverfang, as his claws are definitely reaching her, or as the scabbard is used to hit at the wrists and elbow joints of the less skilled one. And when she realizes that their efforts become less coordinated, as they just start to foam at the mouth and blindly strike at her, she uses that moment to channel herself. And she will, she waits for an opportune time where they both charge at her, and she thrusts the scabbard down to post off of it, sort of pushing herself upwards above them as their claws sort of just lash into each other, tearing each other into each other and throwing bits of blood and gore. And as she comes back down, she lets one swipe of the sword just very cleanly take off both heads as she lands. And why not? She lands in a crouch with her back to these falling Garu.
It is clear that you guys clearly have the upper hand. However, as this fight continues, Ping,
Sir.
it seems that part of what is turning this fight is that there's a Theurge that seems to be doing something. You catch it immediately. And as you see it, it is troublesome. And with the rat spirits that are around you that seem to be looking to you urgently for direction, what does Ping do?
She runs in to take care of that guy once she's made sure Deshi got healed.
With that, Deshi comes back, and it takes a moment that you realize that you came damn close to death. But the last thing you remember before anything else happens, before your eyes sort of settle on the commencement of a hellish flock of falcons, you are healed. Your wounds begin to knit as the Gourd is crushed over you and your wounds begin to close. Ping. As you take your little rodent armada to go and meet Falcon, it does not go as planned. What does Ping do? How does she direct the rodents?
She's gonna send him up the pant legs of this nice Theurge.
Fair enough. As you do this tactic, and they kind of squeak back at you like, you got it, boss, and then they go up and they start up the pant leg, biting and clawing. But this Theurge looks amused that you chose such a crude tactic and sends a flock of falcons towards you that not only start decimating the rodents as they sort of go flying through the air. One actually makes it to you, and you feel the beak land directly in your eye. It hurts. You feel the blood go down your face as you realize that pain hurts and that your whole life has come up to this moment, that you very well could die right here. As you continue this bout, you continue on valiantly as one of the mice that you've been commanding sees what the bird did, and they form a ladder as one rodent jumps on the head and kind of bolts and kind of goes directly for the falcon. And as good old Garou tactics, they start mauling the fuck out of it and eating it. It has come clearly aware that you can only see through one eye. It could be blood, it could be viscera, it could be sweat, but it's hard to see at this point. As it continues, and this fight is decidedly becoming one-sided. This really cheeky Arun goes with a rather large axe and comes directly for Ping. This is her final moments. It almost looks like it. But that's when you notice Vaughn's character jump in the fray. He takes that swing that was meant for you, and his chest bursts in blood. As the fight continues, Eric, or rather Vaughn, what is going through your character's head? As he feels the pain.
He just lets the pain just kind of suffuse throughout his body, and he just uses that to take in more rage. Obviously concerned for his packmate, he's not going to let that stand, and retaliates Leslie.
As this happens, there is a tempo that is starting to rise as everyone, actually, one dice roll. Give me perception alertness. Everyone that's currently on the field right now.
Am I unconscious?
It hurts. But you can get one before you fall unconscious.
Okay.
It's the wrong kind of dice.
That is not the dice I want.
I have 5 successes.
I got 2.
Alright.
Eric won.
I
I
got one.
fail.
There seems to be a congregation of spirits coming into the fray that seem very familiar. It feels as if you were losing this battle, or if there was something that was deterring you, you feel as if there is a way for you to survive, that whatever loss that you have suffered thus far, it is now meaningful. You can do the impossible now. Vaughn, as you are fighting the Silverfang Arun head to head, blow for blow,
Mm-hmm.
you have an axe in your hand, let's say. No. Theoretically, for a get, they would give you a warhammer. You have one.
Okay.
You connect with his face, and he sees stars. He kind of stumbles back, and you feel yourself feel empowered for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
You feel a very strong, very violent get presence surround you.
Mm-hmm.
If you would like to figure out what get presence seems to be empowering your strikes, please give me a Guru lore.
One success.
You're pretty sure that's Blitzkrieg.
Nice. Nice.
And as you come from like the last strike, you strike him in the middle of his chest. You feel his ribcage shatter under the weight. It feels like you just connected with putty
Mm-hmm.
as he goes down. And then just there's another strike as your hammer connects with his skull, and then like a tomato, smack it, he's dead. With this, you notice out of the corner of your eye, there seems to be a battalion that seems to have noticed your victory,
Mm-hmm.
and you notice that there are get that are surrounding you that seem to be empowered by your victory,
Mm-hmm.
and they seem to be fighting harder, and they are indeed winning their fights. And you can't really register what's happening because the blood and the viscera is kind of rushing to your brain,
Mm-hmm.
but they're kind of shouting your deed name as they are running with you into the thick of it.
Awesome.
It seems that you have given them the power and the courage to do what is necessary to protect the sept. Please take 3 points of glory, 2 points of honor.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Now, as this fight is going on, Chloe, you're in your fight. And for all the shit that people have been giving you about being quiet, weird, not really talking much, you are definitely holding your own right now. You are engaged with this Philodox who seems to think she's better than you. She believes that because of her pure breed and because of who she is and who she's fucking, that she is indeed better than you in all ways. As your fight continues, she's not taking you seriously. She's playing with you. As she's taunting you. You get the traditional Black Fury taunt, lesbian, man-hater, weakling, all this stuff, and you feel a rage. It's not this overpowering one that everyone else seems to be falling to. It's this quiet, I'm gonna get that bitch. And how does she engage her opponent? How does she fight?
She is in Hispo, and she crouches down really low. So it looks like she might be going for something else entirely. And she just leaps up and just she pretty much always goes for the bite. She goes for the throat. Just rips her throat out as much as she possibly can.
It seems that while she was talking all that, how she would say good shit, she tripped on a rock. Whoops. And Hispo Chloe jumps on her and starts mauling her, essentially. And she is losing her lifeblood. Chloe, as you are in this fight, you notice in your haze that there are two Guru sisters that are fighting together. And they are taking on this this opponent, this Guru, who's clearly leagues and jumps ahead of them. And they are barely holding their own. And it seems that every time this Guru is getting the upper hand, another sister is there to meet the blow. And as you see this, one of the, who is obviously the younger, dives in the way of a strike that was meant for the older. She, clearly impetuous, trying to do the right thing, but the broad end of the sword connects with her back, and her back splits open. She is on the ground, not moving. You feel an anger in you that is new. You feel that was low, because this Guru is now taunting them, is adding insult to injury. As the older sister is looking up with tears in her eyes, and it looks like she is succumbed to something, and she's just clawing back and forth and back, but she's not thinking straight. The strikes aren't calculated. You see this, Chloe, and you feel this spirit fall on you. You feel like you can do this. You feel like you can take him. And please give me intelligence fury war, to see if you can identify what the hell is happening right now.
Oh Lord, I only just bought that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a sad little roll.
It's alright.
No, that's a botch.
You have no idea who it is.
Not a damn clue.
No idea. But you feel the urge to go for the junk. As you don't know why you thought it was the right thing to do, but you felt it inside of you. You felt like it was the right thing to do. Now is the time. And you go. Mouth open, jaws descended. You latch onto his Johnson. He lets out a scream. That is.
I knew it was. Sorry, out of character.
It is a whimper, a cry, as you start basically going back and forth and kind of shaking it like a rag doll. He is in shock. As you just continue the assault, you maul this man. This man is down. Krynos or not, you have won this fight. And you see the little girl, not really little, but the older sister, look up at you. And blood in her face and she's been in a fight. She looks up at you with these like expectant eyes if to say thank you. As she goes and she picks up her sister and they retreat. You feel like you did the right thing there. Please take 3 points of glory, 2 points of honor.
Thanks.
As this is happening, it seems that, well, Deshi is in this fight. A little. As this fight is going on, you feel a rage fall upon you. You feel that you can indeed go back into the fight. What does Deshi do? Is Deshi here? We'll handle all questions like that at the end of the scene. Thanks. Well, when Deshi returns. Aaron,
Yup.
you have won your fight. You are advancing. And you notice that someone is trying to do something. You're unaware of the... You are unaware of the chanting that is... You're unaware of what they are chanting, but you recognize it as a chant. You've seen enough rituals to understand when a chant is happening. And you know that if this doesn't stop, bad things will happen. And since Ping is currently getting treated, the duty and the burden of stopping this falls on you. How does Aaron proceed?
Aaron rolls his shoulders, mutters, "I got this, right? Got this," and charges off to stop said ritual.
What weapon is Aaron using? Is he going full Glasswalker? Is he using his claws?
Aaron is a disappointment of a Glasswalker. He only has one down firearms. He's going full claws.
Alright. As Aaron goes, he sees a Glasswalker ahead of him who is standing trying to hold his ground. He looks to be about, let's say, 18. Cub. He is trying to hold his ground because it seems that his cub mates have all fallen. As he runs into the fray, he touches this guru with his bare hands, with his claws, and he feels the jolt of electricity. You see the jolt, and you see him and his body go up in like this weird bubbling cooking sound as lightning strikes from the sky, as he's almost hoisted up from his current position, and he is there sort of in midair getting electrocuted. What does Aaron do? It looks like he's about to die.
Okay, is this like a choice between doing what I was doing or helping this cub?
It is a choice.
Alright, Aaron is going to dive at the cub and try and tackle him out of the path of lightning, I guess.
You dive and you tackle the cub. As you tackle the cub, you feel the surge of electricity go through you, and you feel wounds open up in your body. As both of you kind of land on the ground in coughing spurts, and it's a mess. But you see at the corner of your eye that there seems to be a feed line on the ground. With your knowledge, you can tell that this is This has Glasswalker written all over it. This is a plan of some sort. And you notice the cub look up at you and say, if we activate this fetish, it'll stop the raid. What do you do?
Aaron will nod his understanding because he understands way better than the player, and
Mhm.
will activate said fetish, or try to anyway.
Right. You activate the fetish, and metal and electricity seems to wrap around your arm, as it looks like your left arm has indeed turned into a railgun.
Yo!
You rather have Popeye's chicken or cake?
I apologize, my mute button didn't work.
It's alright. You
Thank
currently
you. I apologize.
I tried so hard to help you.
My mute just wouldn't come up whenever I tried to lift my mouse up, so...
Thanks, Obama.
Thank you.
Food is important. More important than rituals, unfortunately.
Fair enough.
No,
Currently,
no.
you
Alright.
have a railgun attached to your left arm. What do you do?
That's really good. Let's blow apart the right master.
Okay. You take aim. You feel the electricity and the hum. Sounds like an engine as your left arm begins crackling and charging as a blast of what can only be assumed as like pure electricity just leaves your hand. It seems that she was trying to channel a rite, asking spirits for aid, but it backfires horribly. And she goes up in a conflagration of electricity and blood and viscera. She is dead.
Aaron will heave a sigh and then lean over and apply a mother's touch to the cub.
Fair enough. As he looks up at you, kind of throws up a thumb. Yeah. And he just kind of leans back and lets the pain just overtake him. It's a lot of pain. Alright. Jacob. Silverfang. A lot happening. There's a lot of mixed emotions as you dive into the battle. You hear shouts of traitor. Are you helping them? Join us. How does Jacob feel about that?
He's not about to be preyed upon by blinded eye. He completely ignores them. Fuck them. They're cowards and liars.
Cowards and liars. As you say cowards and liars, there's someone, you can smell it off of him. This is definitely someone who carries a name and a history. And he goes to meet you. And he says in this low growl, you have a chance to right this wrong, to actually be a hero. Turn down your sword and join my cause.
This isn't about being a hero. It's about doing the right thing.
The right thing. As he draws his clave in his hand. And you've, in your trainings, you've seen and saw people practice with a clave. As you start sizing him up in your like time as a cub, your time as like a child, like watching people spout that they are indeed bigger than what they are.
Yeah.
This is what this looks like. He's not using it properly. As you engage with him, it seems that you have the upper hand. What's going through your mind right now?
Ironically, feelings of anger and betrayal. His own, well, not his tribe, not yet, came here to kill someone as a political ploy. When they're up against the ropes fighting the worm, they abandoned their fight, and they're forcing us to abandon our own. And that is not acceptable, ever.
As you engage in your fight, you feel something cold and hard hit your back. And you feel yourself, you're not sure which direction it came in or what hit you, but something hit you and it hurt. And as you look up, you see a flash of silver that comes directly across your face. You see blood drip into your eyes as it feels pain, hot pain. Raiko, you notice that in the middle of Jacob's bout, after you have dealt with your combatants, that the same tactic that was used on you is about to be used on someone that is not even gotten past his right. He's not really an adult yet, and they're going to do him like this.
That's a dick move.
As you see a female with a fair bit of authority, and you notice something. She has horns. She is taking a perverse amount of pride in what she's doing. What does Raiko do?
Her back is turned to Raiko.
Mm-hmm.
It's one thing to do that to a Cleith, somebody who's blooded, somebody who's vetted, somebody who has at least taken their lives into their own hands and had a chance to be seen as an adult. But for a cub to go out in a manner such as this is just unthinkable. And it is the duty of the Blood Moon to be sort of everywhere in a battle at once, and so she will not let this stand. She is going to take this horned, authoritative Silverfang, or Get, or whichever tribe it might be, out. It's got to go.
As you go and you clash, your Wakakashi comes in contact, and almost in a blinding flash, you are in a confrontation. As the fight and escalation has taken a unexpected turn, as it seems that she's getting off on the pain that is being inflicted on her and what is being inflicted on others. Jacob, it seems as you caught that mean slash to the face, you notice he's taunting you. He is mocking your stance. He is talking down to you. And he gets in real close and calls Ophelia a bitch, a slut, and a whore that deserves everything that she's about to get. And says that Olaf, how does he know that name, is a coward and a thug, and he's going to get his too. How do you react? Happening.
Jacob just retorts,
No retort kill.
then clearly this one-eyed wolf sees better than a blinded eye.
And the fight continues as the rage is fueling your actions as the things that you've been taught is paying off. The person that's fighting you is untrained. It's becoming more obvious now. As you continue to fight, your claw goes across his chest, and he loses his left arm. His clave drops to the ground, and it clenched its clave. What does Jacob do?
Jacob slams his foot down on the chopped off arm to loosen the grip, and he will pick up that clave.
Fair enough. Then what happens?
He'll lift it up with these two clawed hands, almost like in a deliberately slow motion.
Mm.
Just this moment of like angry stillness. And then we'll, in one giant sweeping motion, we'll bring that clave down on his head and cleave him into two thin pieces.
You do that, and you feel a power kind of settle on you. It feels calm, peaceful. It feels like a righteous justice, one that is meant to defend, but not necessarily to do harm for harm's sake. As you continue to claw him and basically cut him in half, you feel this spirit of calmness and serenity fall on you. Give me a intelligence guru law to figure out what has helped empower you in your fight.
Okay, I'm a cub. How much career lore would you say I have?
Just give me flat intelligence to see if you picked up on the stories.
He's got success.
There was this one medicine around. She was kind of cool. Died kind of early. That's all you heard from one success. Maybe if you asked about it, somebody could further explain the story.
This one menace. He just he looks down upon this cleaved body and just kind of has the clave over it sideways and just says, "Next time, earn this." And with that, he will see Ping in a great deal of trouble, and with his new weapon, will begin cleaving his way towards her position, quite literally. As if he's kind of shoving his way through a crowd.
Fair.
But with claws and a sword, kind of cutting it down rather than pushing it around.
You're going towards Ping?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's out, right?
She's out.
Yeah, he needs to get to her.
Okay. As he is cut down, Raiko. She has lost all discipline in what she's doing.
You are unbalanced.
She starts scowling at you, cursing you, and she's falling. To what, you don't know. but they're always taking her.
Damn, seem to have that effect on people today.
Yeah. Got killing their loved ones. That's the thing.
Stop trying to take my shit.
Fair enough. How's she?
Yeah. Reiko's just going to use that imbalance. She's going to focus and center herself. You know, before she was in a bad way with being blindsided, but now she's one-on-one. This is where she thrives. And instead of a scabbard in one hand, she now has both hands on the blade.
Mm-hmm.
And she is basically waiting for this thralling, I'm guessing a menace, to completely throw herself completely off center and wait for the opportunity to strike and land a decisive blow.
You fight and you spin as the fight continues as... Yes. Damn it. Sorry. I got caught up. If somebody's talking to me in the side chats, I can't see it because I'm not concentrating on that. There it is. As the blows are connecting and as there is a culmination, your two swords connect in her chest and she is pinned to a tree. She coughs and spits blood at you, and for a moment, you have a decision to make. You can end this woman, or you can let her live. What do you do?
She withdraws the one blade and puts it back in the scabbard on her left side.
Mm-hmm.
And she still has the one blade in her chest.
Mm.
And she just sort of slowly finally speaks up.
Mm.
Everyone's life has a moment of choice where they get to go forward or they get to fall back. You end here not because I have no mercy, but because I respect your choice. And with that, she withdraws the blade in her right hand and sort of doesn't really chop off this Metis' head, but more or less turns her into a Pez dispenser.
As you do this, you notice two stargazers stop. And they look at you, and there's a moment of questioning in their eyes. And it looks about they're about to cast scorn, but they're immediately stopped by a Black Fury who basically speaks up for you and says that she's a warrior, treat her as such, and they fall silent in shame. Please take 3 points of glory, 2 points of honor. Ping,
Yes, sir.
you're folding in and out of consciousness. As Deshi,
Yeah.
you see it. You see it looks like it's a... Give me a flat wit score.
2.
You recognize that Silver Fang that's approaching Ping. It's hazy, it's foggy, but what you do remember is the lifelessness in his eyes. this is one of the individuals that made your existence questionable, difficult. How does he react?
He won't even think twice. He'll go and he ain't going to talk to him. He's just gonna go fucking fight him.
Right. As you head towards that fight, Jacob,
Yes.
you hear and almost see the same thing that Deshi is saying. This is obviously a Silver Fang Phylodox who seems to be uttering something. Tell me, how much does Jacob know about the litany at this point?
He has learned about the lady. Very well.
So, is it fair to say that he's learning it?
Yes. He's known about the litany for quite a while now. It's one of the first things he learned.
As this is happening, he is restating it. This is a bout of execution. He is going to execute Pain. It looks like that's what he is trying to do. He is laying, much like a lawyer would, a list of her sins. Some are stretches, other are grievous insults. You even hear like he's even questioning her worthiness as a guru. It's like straight up disrespectful. Pain, you hear it, but the pain is racking your body that you're in no position to stop it. What's going through Ping's mind right now?
She's pretty much doesn't care about what he's saying. She's trying to get back to her feet so she doesn't die down here in the mud.
Fair enough. As you're trying to like get up, Jacob and Deshi,
Yes.
you feel a spirit of anger and vengeance. One of unbridled fury and correctness. This presence is the best kind of correct. It is technically correct. You don't know where it's coming from, but you're able to counter everything that he is saying verbatim. You are challenging his authority as a guru. You're meeting his litany breaches with sound logic and precision. As you do this, it seems that he is falling into a frenzy. As soon as he starts saying another verse, both of you kind of chime in at the same moment and stop it. As he goes to basically take a swing at the nearest thing to him, which is Pei. Jacob, you meet there just in time to connect blows with your Clave.
His new clay.
And he is thrusted back. Deshi. This will be the point where you need to do something.
Dashi's gonna well, he's in his spell, so he's gonna do his best to rag out his throat.
Oh, okay. As basically, it is now 2 against 1. The confrontation is decidedly one-sided. He is quickly cut down, and Ping's life is saved.
Yay.
You get up, and then there's this sadistic smirk on your face as you feel that you're right and that you're justified in the pain that you just inflicted on this man.
Of course I am.
Both of you. You would like a Wits Guru Lord to figure out who's coming through you.
Yeah.
Two.
Ooh, got 2.
Oh yeah. You guys heard about this awful bitch who came to make
Oh
everyone's
no.
life, hell, and you feel justified. It's just like, for a brief moment, you're just like, God bless that bitch's heart. Like, bless her heart. Like, God bless Victoria. I don't know how she did it, but she did it. Fuck that bitch. I hate her. Thank
Aaron's
you.
knee all of a sudden gets really sore.
there's literally just a quick look to the sky and just 2-fingered salute of appreciation.
Everybody feels a cool, quick pain to their knee as they hold it. But
I used to be a guru.
so I took one to the knee. As this battle pretty much continues, you guys have pressed the advantage in this particular leg of the event of this war. You are winning, as all of you are feeling empowered, feeling for the first time that you could actually win this. Like, the SEP could actually stand. It's possible. It's capable. We're capable. As what is each person feeling at this present time?
Pain.
The look on you on that picture is great.
Pure rage.
Deshi. And does she take 2 points of honor? Temporary. Jacob, take 3 points of glory, 2 points of honor. What is everyone feeling at this current time? Last moments, last feelings, as they are fighting their way through the battle.
Like I just got struck by lightning.
How much of a badass do you feel right now?
I mean, Thor's kind of a badass. Sorry, Eric. I'm claiming I'm claiming that totem today.
I was going to say the same thing, actually. Eric feels like he has electric rage flowing through him. He feels like he has the might of Thor on his side thanks to Blitzkrieg.
Mm-hmm.
And he's basically being a fucking berserker at this point. Like, he is using hammer and claw to bash people's hands away as they try to come call in, and then punishing them with his claws and stuff like that. So
Yeah, Chloe's feeling particularly ragey. What with this lovely spirit that seems to have helped her a bit.
Mm-hmm.
She's not quite sure why she went for the crotch, but it sure as hell worked. It sure as hell worked, and she is damn curious as to who the hell that was. But at the moment, all she wants to do is kick as much ass as or as Garuli possible, if that is in fact a word, and it's not.
Mm-hmm.
And she wants to find more. More, yes.
As this is happening, has everybody said what they're doing and or feeling?
Not quite. There is a there's a Raiko and a Jacob, I think.
Yep.
At this point, Raiko's just kind of standing there. She's got her back sort of to Deshi's, and not right up against him, but she's staying close to Deshi and the cub. And as sort of that Umbra wind is kicking up, I'm imagining the tail end of her scarf is sort of flapping, and she just looks up over her shoulder back at Deshi and just kind of gives him a smirk before looking out back towards the battlefield and just simply says, I don't think this is over yet.
Jacob, Raiko's right next to Jacob, right?
Uh-huh.
No, but it will be soon. And Jacob almost begins. Well, actually, he literally with this newfound clave, which perhaps you're wondering where the hell does a cub get a clave from? Like waves it in a circular motion around his head, almost like he's using it as a pseudo beacon, almost to rally others around him, and then to kind of in this single motion kind of points the clave. It falls down and points forward directly at the losing party. And he just begins with this grim resolve, this almost this silent anger, letting his rage kind of give him clarity.
Mm-hmm.
Begin marching forward.
Reiko will just look over at Deshi with a sort of a candid Arun smirk, and she just says to him, "Are we going to let this cub upstage us?"
Dashi's feeling the rage, so he ain't really paying attention to words.
He's feeling the Aster.
Fair enough.
Yeah, he's smelling that blood. He wants more.
Reiko will just then, I guess, flick her wrist and begin walking behind him. Behind the cub.
You kind of get a bit of a wink from Jacob as he knows he's just a cub, and he kind of wants you to compete with him. He wants you to upstage him. He wants to bring out the best in you. Your room.
She'll just kind of softly say, "Remember your place, cub."
Remember that floor, Vinny, down.
Oh.
As this is happening, everyone make me a perception alertness.
Am I on my feet? Am I conscious? I know I'm
conscious.
crippled. Okay.
You are
Excellent.
conscious.
I got 4.
I got 2.
We got
0.
0.
I am unobservant.
For those
I got
that got
4.
for those that got no successes, you're quite aware that something is happening, but there's too much battle going on around you for you to decipher what's happening.
Okay.
Those that got 1 or more successes would notice that for the first time this whole fight, you have noticed Contemplates and Olaf. Contemplates has lost his left eye. And it seems that they have a friendly competition of who can kill the most Silverfang. That as he is more or less taunting them and spurring Olaf on, calling him chicken shit. Come on, pick it up. Are you gonna let the cub outdo you? It has come into a kind of a slaughterfest of punch face. And it is extremely violent, as Olaf has decidedly gone into a rather long, verbose speech about fuck your Silverfang. This really long, elegant one that has sent this Silverfang into a rage, in which Contemplates has seamlessly removed his spine. That is what you notice.
Wait, Contemplates removes Olaf's spine?
No,
Oh, okay.
the Silverfang.
Oh, okay, excuse me. Sorry.
Alright. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, as we close an end to this battle scene with all of them falling in for a epic showdown, fighting and defending the Sept. Ladies and gentlemen, This has been a scene for Living World of Darkness Werewolf Venue. Sayonara.